With 7 million views and counting, if it's one thing I could tell you is your girl knows how to make some delicious Southern fried cabbage. Today I'm going to show you how to put a spin on some Southern fried cabbage, and we're going to make it even more tastier than the first time because we're going to be incorporating shrimp with this recipe. So all of my seafood lovers out there, it's going to be really delicious. First thing we're going to do is prepare the star of the show, which is going to be our cabbage. We're just going to get in there with a sharp knife and we're going to remove the core just like that. Once we're done, we're going to split our cabbage in half. And we're going to do the same thing for this side as well. I have a little bit of core left, so I'm just going to get in there and cut that on out. Make sure if there's any bad pieces on the cabbage, you know, pieces with like any little dots and stuff on it, go in there and all you have to do is literally just, I'm going to say deshell the cabbage. Yes, I am. What I mean is basically just peel it off. It comes off really easily, literally. You're going to de-shell it like an onion. And we're just going to slice it on up. Cut it as thin or as thick as you prefer. Just going to slide that to the side as well. I just want to say thank you for all of the great comments that I received with the other cabbage recipe. That was definitely appreciated. We're gonna go ahead and slice our andouille sausage on up. Now you know me, if you watched the first video, I love to cut my sausages on a slant. Cut it at a slant just like that. It stands out really nice during the whole presentation of the cooking process. If I didn't mention before, which I know I did, but just in case you weren't listening and you're sitting somewhere in the back, I'm going to be using for this particular recipe andouille sausages. However, you could definitely substitute with so many other sausages, like let's say maybe Hillshire turkey. Turkey is really good. I like that sausage a lot. Or even chicken sausages. They also have chicken andouille now as well. And so many other different types of sausage. It's all about preference and what you prefer. You don't have to stick to the script with this recipe. Just rock out with whatever you like as far as, you know, what you like to taste, basically. Trust me, it's not going to mess the recipe up. Now, if you add some other crazy ingredients, I can't guarantee it's going to come out like Cooking with Tammy. But if you do switch the sausages on up, it's going to be good nevertheless. We are going to work on cutting up some bacon. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to the bacon, same thing applies. If you can't have a lot of sodium, you could do maybe low sodium bacon, reduced sodium, or you can definitely do turkey bacon if you don't prefer, if you don't eat pork. And like I said, there's so many different options. We're going to work on cutting our shrimp on up. Perfect, just like that. If you can't have seafood, I feel bad. But you could definitely leave the shrimp out. At one time in my life, I was actually allergic to seafood. Yes, I was. And I was also allergic to chicken. Who's allergic to chicken, right? Me. I was allergic to everything. Everything. You want to know what my diet consisted of for like a couple years when I was younger? You wouldn't believe. White rice, no salt, no butter. And plain oatmeal, no milk, no sugar. Yes, I came a far way. You hear me? I had really, really bad allergies. Really bad allergies. I look at the food and I break out. Yes, so being able to like literally eat seafood and so many other things that most people take for granted is like a blessing, honestly. All right. Make sure you wash everything, your cabbage, your veggies, wash it off really, really good. First thing we want to do is season up our shrimp. We want to give our shrimp some flavor that, trust me, anybody who tastes this recipe, they're going to remember. You hear me? So we're going to hit our shrimp off with a small drizzle of oil. Once we're done, we're going to add some garlic powder. We're also going to add some onion powder, small amount of onion powder, and of course we're going to add some Old Bay. Old Bay seasoning. Yes, we are. All right, we're not going to be too heavy-handed, but we are going to add enough. Add some Cajun seasoning. Boom. Good thing about Cooking with Tammy brand Cajun seasoning, it does not contain any salt. So it gives us a little leeway if we do want to add some salt, to be able to add a little salt. You know what I'm saying? I'm also going to add some of my Cedarwood smoked seafood seasoning. This right here, the greatest of all times when it comes to seasonings. And I'm not just saying it because it's mine. If you don't have Cedarwood smoked seafood seasoning, then you can definitely add some cedar plank salmon seasoning. If you don't have that, then you could probably add some lemon pepper, simply because there's a lot of citrus in this blend, and you're going to get a little citrus from adding lemon pepper as well. Not to mention, this has a nice smoky flavor as well. For a little bit of color, we're also going to add some paprika. This is regular paprika, not smoked. But I'm going to be using that later throughout the recipe, but not for the shrimp right now. We're just going to add a good amount of paprika. The pan is nice and hot, so I'm going to go in with a small drizzle of oil. Feel free to use avocado oil or any preferred oil. We're going to add our sausages and bacon to this pan. All right, this is as brown as I like my sausage to be. All right, perfect. We're just going to set it aside. What I'm going to do is, because this is a lot of oil in the pan, I am going to literally drain some of this oil out to the same pan with all of these delicious flavors. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our perfectly seasoned shrimp. You want to cook your shrimp all the way through. Perfect. Take a, I'm not saying take the whole bowl, but take a bite. Add a little bit more oil. I might have taken out too much oil. Perfect. Time for the fun part. We're going to add our onions and bell peppers to this mix. Get some of those flavors on the onions and bell peppers as well. We're going to add our cabbage. Allow the cabbage to break down a little bit. Once that happens, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to flavor our cabbage by adding additional seasonings. It's been about 10 minutes so far. After an additional 5 to 8 minutes, for a total of about 20 minutes so far. Let's see what's going on. Perfect. Now, when it comes down to cooking your cabbage, you're going to cook it to your preference as far as texture is concerned. For some people, for most, this is perfect right here. Some people prefer their cabbage a little more crunchier, and some people like their cabbage a little softer. So once again, it's totally up to you and your preference. But in the meanwhile, we're going to season this cabbage on up. We're going to hit it with some of our Cajun seasoning. We're also going to add some pepper flakes, aka chili flakes, not too many. Just a little bit to amp up the flavors. We're also going to add some onion powder. Perfect. Along with the garlic powder. And some of my all-purpose chicken seasoning, aka fried chicken seasoning. The good thing about this seasoning, even though it's all-purpose chicken seasoning, you could use it for a number of things. You could use it for seafood. You could use it for just about anything. It's just an amped up all-purpose seasoning. And we're also going to add some smoked paprika as well for a nice little smoky flavor. We're going to obviously combine the seasonings with our cabbage. Perfect. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce as well for a nice contrast of flavors. Add about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half. Mix it on in. We're going to add some salt. Simply because most of the ingredients that we added did not have any salt. And we're also going to put a pinch of chicken bouillon in here as well. Bring the flavors on home. Boom, perfect. We're also gonna add our sausages and bacon back to the pan, along with our beautiful shrimp. The final toss. And this is it. Our beautiful fried cabbage, sausage, and shrimp recipe is done. Let's see. I can't wait. I'm like so excited. All right, so we have shrimp, we have sausage, and let's see what we have here. Definitely another winner. I taste the Cajun flavor. I also taste like that little hint of spice. Not to mention the smoky flavor from the smoked paprika. Compliments of the Worcestershire sauce. You could definitely taste those notes in the background as well. So everything is definitely complimentary. Definitely a great cabbage recipe. Oh my god. Definitely give this recipe a try. I'll leave all of the ingredients and recipe instructions, directions at the bottom of the description bar. And I will also leave everything, because I know a lot of times, like after the video, I get a lot of comments asking about what pots, what pans, where did you get the stove from, all that stuff. I'll definitely leave the link at the bottom in the description bar. As always, I'm your girl Cooking with Tammy, and I will definitely catch you guys in another video. Talk to you later. Bye guys.